So you want to combine your batteries into a battery bank. And you're wondering what the best option for you is to get the best performance and the lifetime. Do you go in series, parallel, combination of the two? Where do you mount them? How do you mount them? Well, in this video, I'll run you through the basic principles, how to connect your batteries into a battery bank. I'll tell you what to look out for, what to avoid, and I'll give you a few tips and tricks what you can do in order to improve the lifetime of your battery bank. So let me start by introducing myself. My name is Jesse. I'm a renewable energy engineer. I have run several companies in the design and installation of battery-based off-grid solar energy systems. I have held the position of energy officer for the United Nations, and I founded the company Solar Solution, through which I share my knowledge and expertise through videos such as this one, online articles, and I provide personal direct support through services on my website. Okay, so let's get started. Throughout this video, I'll provide you the information in 3 different sections. So we'll look at series, parallel, combination of the two, how to connect your battery into a battery bank. We'll then look at how to get the best performance out of your setup. And of course, I'll tell you how to get the best lifetime out of your battery bank. So let's look at series versus parallel. Now, the first thing I want to say is that whatever you do, series, parallel, combination, stack them on top of each other, put them next to each other, whatever you do, you will not change the total amount of energy that will be in your battery bank. That always stays the same. If you connect your batteries in series, you take the positive from one battery, lead it into the negative of the other one, then take the positive, lead it to the negative, you go on like this, and you build one string of batteries. Then the positive and the negative of this battery bank, you lead it into your system. If you connect your batteries in series, the total voltage will go up, but the amp hour rating will stay the same. Now, the advantage is that you can typically use smaller wire sizes. Another advantage from such a setup is that solar charge controllers, which are rated on the amperage rating, they will still work at the same max amount of amperage, but if you doubled, tripled or quadrupled your system voltage, the power output of the solar charge controller will increase proportional to the increase of your system voltage. Now, if we look at the parallel connection, you would kind of place the batteries side by side. You connect all the negatives together, all the positives together, and these two would then go into your system. In such a setup, the voltage would stay the same, but the amp hour rating would increase proportional to the amount of batteries that you place next to each other. So a typical advantage of parallel connection of batteries is that you can still use your low voltage DC appliances that you would have in your boat, your RV or your cabin, and connect them straight to your battery bank. Now, disadvantage of parallel connection is that you're keeping the voltage the same, but your amperage might go up. And if your amperage goes up, you will have to increase your wire sizes. Now, I've got other videos produced about this, so if you're interested, then check them out. Now, the other option, of course, is to combine the two setups. So you'd connect batteries in series, take other batteries, connect them in series, and then combine these 2 groups of batteries into a parallel battery bank. Okay, so we move on to the next topic, and we'll look at how to get the best performance out of your system. I will mention 3 different things which I think are important for you to know. The first one is what I refer to as a mirrored setup. If you have batteries connected in parallel, you would want each and every set to be exactly the same. So this is important because you want each and every battery to do exactly the same amount of work. You don't want one battery to perform a little bit more than the other one. You don't want one battery to have to work less hard than the other one. The way in which you can accomplish this is by using exactly the same wire sizes, the same length of wires, the same connectors, the same batteries, the same battery ages, and installing them in the same temperature zone. Now, if you cannot install all your batteries in the same location and you have to take one or more batteries and place them further away, what you really have to do is make sure that the length of the wires are all identical. So you might end up with some batteries that have an excess wire just coiled up and laying there somewhere. This might look funny, but it is really something that you want to do. Now, the second thing I want to mention is that as the temperature of battery increases, the capacity also increases slightly. But the lifetime of batteries reduces drastically with increasing temperatures. So what you want to do is whatever you can to keep the battery temperature low. Easy ways, for example, is providing ventilation in the overall battery compartment, or making sure that the batteries are not flush against each other, but have, let's say, an inch or a few centimeters of space in between them. So the last thing I want to say is regarding how you mount them and where you mount your batteries. More than often, I can see batteries in RVs and boats that are not fixed to anything. And this is a significant performance and safety concern. So make sure you strap them down or fix them in whichever way you prefer. Make sure they cannot move. And if you have the lead acid flooded batteries, remember that they can and they will produce harmful gases. So make sure that there's always a way of ventilation in wherever you install your batteries. So let's go to the last topic regarding how to get the best lifetime out of your battery. Now, a very important thing, if you have the flooded lead acid batteries, please make sure that always the internal parts of your battery, all the metal bits and pieces, are always submerged in the electrolyte, in the liquid. And this is especially true for the sailors among us with the monohulls. If you're at tilt, still then, all the parts in your battery should be completely submerged. Now the other thing I want to mention is that connections can work a little bit under varying temperatures and time, etc. So if you have recently reconnected some cables, some wires, then it would be a good idea after a couple of months to recheck everything. Just, walk it through and retighten everything to make sure that there are no loose connections. And the last thing, and a very important one, always keep it cool. Lower battery temperatures will give you longer lifetime. So whatever you can do to reduce the battery temperatures, please do it and you'll get more life out of your battery bank. Okay, so now a question for you. If there are other topics that you'd like to learn more about, let me know in the comments below and I'll use this as inspiration to provide more videos for you and for others. And of course, if you liked it, I'd really appreciate it if you can give me a thumbs up. Kind of keeps me motivated. And that's all for now. So I'll see you in the next video.